the right wing is sort of splintering and fracturing, and it's a very, very tricky situation to navigate because everybody that's involved in this, I either have worked with or are friends with, or we have done good work together too throughout the years. Some very highly viewed stuff, and it's always sad. It's very frustrating when you see that we can't. Not only can we not get along, but it feels like the right wing never makes any strides because we always just end up clawing at each other and sort of trying to like rip each other down realistically. And recently, Fuentes posted this. He's a host of America First podcast. If you're not familiar with him, he's a popular guy. And he said, at the peak of my popularity, all of a sudden there is a coordinated smear campaign by the biggest conservatives who wouldn't give me the time of day a few months ago. This is what happens when you start naming names and talking about the Jews, not neocons. The Jews. I want to jump in this. I don't know if you've been tracking this situation, but essentially, Tucker and Candace Owens called Fuentes a gay little fed in his parents' basement, right? And that's what they called him. I thought it was more of just like a I don't know, like not a smear or coordinated attack. But then now it seems like all these people are sort of coming together and sort of trying to discredit him. And it does make you wonder, I mean, is this coordinated? Is this people, trying to align themselves with the Vance campaign in 2028? Are they right? Like, what is your opinion on this? I have my own take on it, but I wanted to see what you think about this accusation. Is it because he's talking about the Jews, there's a coordinated attack against him? Why are they all coming out against him at once?
I can just tell you he blocked me. So I'm blocked by Nick Fuentes.
Why do you block you? You don't have to say it if it's private.
I just contacted him privately because there were videos leaking of him talking about Alexander, like he was grooming little boys, and I was asking him whether he was a Fed.
So you were asking him if he was a Fed too?
Yes.
What is your opinion on that?
I don't know. I was asking him because I had some suspicion, and his reply was blocking me. So I don't know. So,
do you feel the block was justified?
No.
We don't actually think he's involved in the pedophile stuff, do you?
I don't know.
I don't think he is. I don't.
You don't think he is?
No, I know he's not.
So why would he support Alexander?
That's a really good question. That's actually a really good. I mean, I would chime in here. I've never talked to him directly about Ali Alexander. Does he support Ali? I don't think he does. Right?
You're asking me?
Yeah. You would know.
Well, yeah. Well, by the way, me and Simon talked about this, a little bit yesterday. But I mean, I think it's interesting how, and I mean, not to throw other people under the bus, but Ali has pictures with a lot of other people, and no one ever says the same thing about them. And me and Simon have talked about this already, as I mentioned, but he has way closer relationships with a lot of other people. They don't get the same scrutiny. The only pictures I've ever seen of Nick and Ali together was Nick, Ali, and Alex Jones during Stop the Steal. I haven't seen anything more than that. I haven't heard anything more than that. I know Nick relatively well. So, I mean, yeah, did he associate with him because of Stop the Steal? Yes, but I mean, at the time, I don't know if it was as public about all the stuff about the pedophile stuff. I'm not sure. I don't know everything about it, but that's kind of my take on it personally. So,
yeah, well, okay. I don't know. I know this is your favorite topic here, but why I want to bring this up is I'm going to be complete. I don't know everything about everybody, and it's just a really tough situation because I like Candace. I think that she's intelligent. I don't think she's just like some dumb black person like people say her critics say she is. I have no idea if Brigitte Macron is a man, right? I don't.
Brigitte Macron.
Do you think Brigitte is a man?
Brigitte Macron.
Do you think Brigitte's a man? Allegedly.
I would say 70% no, 30% yes. I don't know, but there are many factors that are but I'd rather say no. But of course, people make fun of it, and I think it's funny. The memes are funny, right? But I haven't seen any evidence that shows that she's like a man for 100%.
I don't know, chat. Do you think the ones in the chat? If you think Brigitte's a man, do you think let's talk about the credibility of these people here? I want to talk about this. Candace is making the claim that Brigitte's a man. And
Candace is not a man. I mean,
no, but
I get you. Yeah,
but I'm saying, do you think there's any validity to that? Because
I know.
I mean, genuinely, you could do. You need to take. You have to take
Yeah.
some controversial stances here. I mean, do you think she's full of shit when it comes to the conversation?
Do I think there's a chance that Reggie or whatever can be a man? I do think there is a chance she could be a man. Can I say 100% for sure? No, I can't. But regardless, the whole story of her and her husband, how they came together, how she was a school teacher. I mean, there's a lot of dark history going on there that should be brought to light. So there is some questionable bathing suit pictures. I will tell you that. I've seen her posing, and it was a little bit scary. But at the same time, I can't speak in absolute. Could there be a chance? Yes. So I'm like a 50-50.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously she's talking about that, and that would actually matter, right? Obviously, it matters if Candace is accurate, because I think the attacks are this, right? The attacks are that he's a federal agent or some sort of a federal op.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
I mean, I've met the guy many times, and I do know people. There are people that I meet that are federal agents, and they're kind of weird, and they don't really let you into their life, and you can tell something's off. Like, you can tell they dig for information, they want to know things about you. You know, it's very, very odd behavior usually, and they don't come across like a normal person. Obviously, you know, there's people that are undercover police or something that can really embed themselves into organizations. To me, it just seems like there's a lot of people who really don't want us talking about the Jews. And now that it's popular to talk about the Jews, it's very popular these days. It seems like that now there's a competition on who's really the one that's allowed to talk about the Jews, and everybody else is a grifter, and it's some hidden agenda. And I just don't even understand. If we all really think that these people are controlling our nation and you know, whatever it is that's out there, if you really believe that, why wouldn't we all work together? Like, what's up with this? Like, that's what I'm trying to understand. This is what I think is weird about it. Why are we fighting? This is what it seems like. It's like Tucker and Candace and Nick. It's like fighting over something, and I don't think Nick started this fight. Basically, I feel like they intentionally attacked him, and then it seems like there was more and more, and then it just was kind of weird, because then like Milo was on her show, and then he comes out, and then he says this, and then Musk gets involved, and the whole thing just to me seemed like a coordinated attack. But the question is, if they're right or correct, then why don't they produce evidence? And I don't like when people accuse people of things by just saying that there's something, you know, oh, they're gay or they're a Fed or this or that's. Like, do you have evidence? Then produce it, and I'll believe you. Some with Brigitte Macron, like, you know, she knows how to dig up information. So where's your information that's true?
So I can just tell you, I mean, like, I was in a group chat with Nick Fuentes and several group chats, and the way he behaved was super odd. So he appeared to be very arrogant about everything. So when I asked him this question, like, you know, there's this accusation, Alexander, etc. I mean, like, there were videos out there that showed like that he knew he was a groomer, right? He was touching little boys, obviously, and he was still talking to journalists, saying like he's a friend of him. So I was just like asking him, like, is it true? And he was like saying, who are you even, right? He was super arrogant in these group chats, and he blocked me. And I mean, like, I don't take it personally. I mean, like, everybody can block me, but I don't take him seriously anymore, because otherwise the normal reaction would be like, hey guy, hey, you know, like, hey Simon, I'm Nick, you know, I'm doing this and that, and you know, he wouldn't be offended right away, but he got offended like a liberal. So you know, I didn't block him back. I didn't do this. I just muted him. So I haven't seen any of his statements for a long time, until Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson were talking about him. And on the other side, this is weird as well, I have to say. So I think whenever you talk about a person, you should talk about him personally. I would talk to Nick personally, but I can't because I'm blocked. But I like to talk with persons personally. So if I didn't like you, I'd say like, hey, you're such a faggot, you know? I wouldn't say it publicly. I would tell it to your face. I would say, hey, Elijah, you're a faggot, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I said it to you before the show.
Yeah, I mean, like, I really do appreciate it. Sometimes you just need your friends to tell you that to your face. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
No, I know you're not one to shy away, but I thought that's interesting. I mean, look, I think it's weird here. Again, sometimes I just feel like a lot of these people are just doing this just for the sake of views. And one of the reasons why I have a really hard time working in this industry is because, like, I just won't do things for views. Like, I won't do things that I feel like are wrong for views, or like intentionally, you know, turn on friends or say negative things because it'll get me clicks, and then it's like, hey, well, you know, this is good drama. To me, this is my real life. This is a real show. You know, I care about this country. I care about these topics, and to me, it's like I feel like this is just a sideshow. And why are like this is what I'm saying. There's got to be a coordinated reason why this is all going on. because, like you said, you can handle this stuff behind closed doors. Everyone knows each other. You can talk to someone, and if you had evidence that they were a bad actor and that they're working for the federal government, then my whole point is then just why don't you just come out with the evidence and show people? But then you see this. Candace posted this. Second offer to Nick Fuentes if he agrees to sit down and actually debate me with a moderator and time and date of his choosing. I will thereafter set up his dream debate with Charlie Kirk. He told his audience, I'm a illiterate fraud, so this offer should be irresistible. This just makes me think they're just trying to get clicks. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really know if we're talking about anything anymore. It seems like this is all a charade, and that's what this all feels like to me. It's like, dude, I personally don't care about this. It's stupid. You guys are acting like children. Really, you're acting like children.
The infighting's crazy between them going back and forth. I think ego plays a lot for certain people. I think that, they see Nick growing very much. They thought they shut him down in the past, especially like the government and a lot of the politicians. They all believed because, they closed the bank account. They're like, we're pretty much done with this guy. And now he's coming back and he's gaining more strength because a lot of, what he said came to fruition. It was absolutely true. So I think they're trying right now to try to bring him down as much as possible. We've seen coordinated attacks against him in the past previously. I won't get too much into that, but there was previous attacks on him in the past where everybody kind of came together. And a lot of the people that you see also coming out are these MAGA influencers who want to go ahead and say, oh, he's the worst, he's a Fed, he's this, he's that. And I believe a lot of that's coordinated. What they're doing is the Trump administration is not happy at all. They want us all to just be quiet, sit around, and just agree with whatever Israel wants us to do. May it be with the Jeffrey Epstein files, may it be going to war with Iran. No matter what the scenario is, they want us to be, full steam ahead on Israel's side. So they fear what he's doing. And unfortunately, I am thankful, as I always say, that Trump, freed me. I have a lot of respect in that sense. But, it's becoming a little bit like a cult. We made fun of liberals for years about how liberals just go blindly following anything that was said. And they would be out there protesting it, doing whatever. But, Republicans are doing the same exact thing. They're drinking the same type of Kool-Aid. We're not having any more free thinkers anymore. And that's really what we need. You don't have, just because you're a part of a party doesn't mean you have to agree with it completely. You should be able to have your own views, your own, ideas on things. But they want you to stay in your lane and do whatever they want. So I think they fear Nick, and I do think it's a coordinated attack.
Yeah, but see, what's hard for me is it's like, what's hard is as a content creator, what would be the right move to get views would be, to join the pick on Nick, strategy, because. I don't get too much into the personal life, but these people are in my DMs. They're calling me, they're talking to me, and they want to know things. They want to know things. They know that Nick and I have worked together, like basically wondering why I would still get his back on things. But the thing is that I don't see any evidence. No one has been able to provide me the evidence. When I asked them directly, like, okay, so if he's gay and a Fed, could you please let me know? I'm not going to share it publicly. Even if I had, I wouldn't share it with people because that's whatever. But if someone's a Fed, I would want to expose them.
If someone's a Fed,
if he's gay,
it's his thing.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's his personal thing.
Yeah, but I was saying,
so nobody should say like, okay, oh, he's gay, let's talk about this. It's not our issue, right?
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. But I think they're thinking it discredits him because he's Catholic, and so to me, the gay and the Fed thing together is what makes
look at the
seem
Pope.
dumb.
Almost, I think the majority of the popes were gay.
Really?
What kind of point? I think so.
I don't know much about Catholicism, to be completely honest.
I'm Catholic.
And the popes were gay?
I don't know. I haven't any sexual relation with any pope.
Yeah. How many popes have you been with?
No, exactly.
No record scratch on that.
Sarah Stockton.
Cut it out. Oh, it's live. Anyway, but celibate. It's like. So we make jokes in Europe. We say like either a priest is Indian Catholic or gay. So it's like,
well, let me ask you this: just do Europeans know about Nick Fuentes, or is he more of an American thing?
Only American thing. I don't know any.
Yeah, because in Australia is the same way as well. But some Australians, the Australians far right are like actually neo-Nazis. Like they're like it's a different brand,
I know, yeah.
And they're like white supremacists, and they follow like tall white people basically. And so it's like that's why they like me because I'm tall and white, and they want to flip me to
tall
their
white,
side.
blonde, blue eyes.
But I just got banned from Australia.
I heard about this.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's insane.
Yeah, and so I'm working on that too. I'm not going to say who, but luckily a couple senators out there are probably going to get me in on a diplomatic visa or something like that. But it's, freaking Albanese and Chris Minns and these guys, right? I'm saying that this is getting serious, but the problem I'm saying is that it sucks because, it would be good for viewership or whatever. I could probably, get on go on with Candace or go talk to Tucker about it, my experiences. But I feel like this comes down to a moral thing for me. Maybe it's not for you, but it's like anytime someone says, this is what I'm saying, like, oh, he's what is it? Like, it's like, he's a pedophile and he does this. And it's like, well, why didn't you put another word onto it? If the guy's a pedophile, this is what I don't believe accusations from people. That should be enough. It's just like, hey, he's a pedophile. Don't hang around him. That's all you need to tell me. You don't need to be like, oh, he's a pedophile and he's gay or something. It's like, well, what the hell what does that have to do with it? If you're a straight or a gay pedophile, does that make you better or worse? It's like,
No, it doesn't.
it's like, yeah, the point is, so it's like, oh, he's a gay fed. And it's like, okay, if he's a federal agent, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Like, meaning who he's having sex with, that's what that is involved in this.
It's not your business.
It's
It's
like,
not your
he turned
business.
me into the
Exactly,
government
yeah.
and then kissed a guy afterward. And it's like, I'm saying it's irrelevant. So
Yeah.
whenever people use personal attacks like that, I always feel like they're coordinated. What I want to know about is this gearing up to protect Vance? Because, like, is this gearing up because Vance is going to run, and obviously everyone knows Vance is basically, it's like Palantir's puppet. Yeah. So, and obviously Peter Thiel, I don't think Thiel is Jewish himself, right? But he's a Zionist. But Karp is Jewish, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the CEO's Jewish. So I know that their entire organization is about protecting Israel. Like, Vance came in as a proxy from the Israeli government intelligence to be picked. And then we gave all the power to the Israeli intelligence once he got in. So it's like, that's true. I'm wondering then if this is to control who, it really is about who gets to talk about the Jews, because they need to control the narrative. And Jonathan Greenblatt, the ADL, said, basically we're going to have to figure out how to censor people online and get them down. So I wonder, they're just, what's it called? Fed jacketing him, maybe? That's what this seems like? Or Fed jacketing him. But maybe you don't like him. I don't care if you don't like him. People don't like me. But do you really? Do you think he's a Fed?
Who?
Like Fuentes? You asked him if he was.
I mean, he didn't reply, so he blocked me. So I don't know. He
That's
could
probably
be.
because of the pedophile stuff. I feel like I would block someone.
I didn't ask him about pedophilia. No. So
Oh, this was just about a Fed thing.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Probably not, but it could be. So a normal reply would be like, no. But actually, if he were a Fed, he would already have a reply.
Yeah, he would
that
just
he would
wrote
probably
no
copy
or
paste.
something. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't know, but I don't find him sympathetic. But just like my opinion.
Do you think he's right? Do you think he's right about Israel though?
Probably.